Hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome to Enlisted's 5-year birthday. That's right, guys. Enlisted's about to start going to elementary school or kindergarten. I don't really know when you start going to those kinds of things. But regardless, it's been 5 years since Enlisted started and released into closed alpha. I guess they say closed beta here, but it was like super closed beta back then. Like, I don't know if you could buy into it back then. Maybe you could. I don't really remember. I started playing Enlisted in January of 2020. No, 2021. Yeah, 2021. So I was in pretty close to the beginning. I'm curious when you guys all started playing. So for me, my 5-year anniversary is here in just a couple months, but for you all, when did you guys start playing Enlisted? I kind of asked recently on a channel poll like how many hours do you have it Enlisted, but now I kind of want to know how long have you guys been playing Enlisted? How many people remember the Academy? How many of you guys remember bronze weapon orders for random boxes? How many of you guys remember that kind of stuff? Do you guys remember that stuff? Or am I sounding like an old, crazy boomer? I don't know. That's kind of normal for me. But either way, let me know in the comments down below, guys, while you're there. Like and subscribe. And hey, join our community Discord. The link for that is down there as well. But for the event going on, because of course there's got to be an event with 5 years of Enlisted, right? We can't have that and not have an event. And so we've got an event going on until December 8th. So just a little under a month to get all of this done. We've got 12 different major rewards. And of course, each reward also comes with some bonus silver or some bonus little goodies. And you can see here, it is a standard setup for events. This is kind of an older thing. I feel like they've been trying other stuff recently, but this is the standard 20K in 2 days. So 10K a day, I guess is another way to put that. Although you can do all 20K in 1 day, so that's kind of misleading. But regardless, you can see here 20K in 2 days, and you can get this in any way. Any way that you can earn score in Enlisted will go towards this as long as you are in a standard game and not a custom match. So it should be something to just grind out and finish, right? You just play the game the way you like to play the game that you enjoy playing as and how you like playing the game to earn the most score possible. I recommend definitely going for enemy vehicles and things like that because that can be a huge boost to your XP gain. So let's look at the rewards though. We've got the Condor's MG. If you don't know what this is an old battle pass gun. This gun is absolutely crazy. It's a 100 round SMG at BR5. Doesn't have super high hit power, but it has really high rate of fire, meaning its DPS is off the charts. Very, very solid gun. A lot of people really, really like this gun. So it's a good weapon to pick up if you are looking to grind out for Germany. Next up, we've got the Lewis Assault Rifle for BR2. This thing looks like an FNFAL, like the modern gun, which is really, really funny to me. I looked it up and someone said that it's like this gun was first designed in like 1918, like a really long time ago. I almost wish we'd got this like in the tech tree, but it's probably a really obscure gun, so it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to have in the tech tree, but it's a pretty cool gun overall, and I'm really interested to seeing how good this thing is. We'll definitely have to do a video on that. Then we've got a universal carrier for the Japanese. Now, the Japanese captured a lot of these from the Australians and used a ton of them, so it's pretty nice to see. Yes, we already have a universal carrier as an event squad, but the universal carrier is also one of the best APCs, if not just hands down the best APC in the game. It's very small, it's very quick, it's very sneaky. So it's very, very strong as an APC. I've seen some people kind of complaining that this is like copy paste. And on one hand, it's like, yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, like, what if they released something that was new and unique? Would those same people just kind of complain that that new and unique thing isn't as good as a universal carrier? I kind of feel like a lot of the people would. So I'm not really that mad about this. I think it's a cool thing. If you don't think it's cool and you think it's copy pasted, you don't gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't grind for it. It's okay. Battlefield 6 just came out, dog. Go play that. You know, like it's cool. So I don't know. I'm not one to complain about this. I think it's cool that we're getting this. I think it's a cool squad. I think it's a cool vehicle, and I think it's a pretty powerful vehicle in the grand scheme of things. The next unique unlock is the IL-8. This is a BR4 attack plane. We can see it down here. It's got two 500 kg bombs. It's based on the IL-2, so I'm assuming it has standard 20 millimeters. It's probably just a slightly better version of the IL-2. So Not too big of a deal, but a nice thing to have. It also does not come with a squad. It just slots right into the attacker 3 squad, which is nice. I kind of like not having a ton of like custom event squads. So, and then the final unlock is a universal carrier for the Soviets, who also received quite a bit of these from the British in the Lend-Lease program. So you can see that every faction, except for Germany, unfortunately, is going to be getting a universal carrier. Poor Germans left out in the cold, but hey, at least you get some pretty badass condors, which is pretty cool. So that's nice to see. So that's the event going on, guys. You can see down here, again, they're updated every 2 days and the scoring will restart. They have to be completed in the squads game mode. So you got to play normal enlisted. You can't do custom games or anything like that. And then at the end, you can always buy any missing rewards for gold. Although be warned, it costs a absolute kerbillion dollars. That's a real number, a kerbillion. Then we have the anniversary sale. This is another big thing, guys. So if this is the biggest sale that Enlisted does throughout the year, they do an earlier sale on, I think, Veterans Day. And so that can be a good sale as well. But this is the big one. This is the sale where everything goes on sale pretty much. Big sale. So you can see for the next 6 days, so from the 10th to the 16th of November, we're getting 50% discount on all premium squads for gold, except for the very newest Type 100 bipod squad. So this is basically everything in game that costs gold is going to be half off. I can't even go through all of those because there's just so many of them, but there are an absolute ton of them. They're all more or less solid in their own ways. You're going to have to make your own decision or join the community Discord. The link is in the description, and you guys can ask various people in there and get their opinions on these squads before you buy them. There's also a 50% discount on extra squad slots. If you don't have very many squad slots, I do recommend picking up at least one, assuming you already have premium. I guess I should say you shouldn't be buying anything in Enlisted if you don't have premium. Premium is far and away the best use of your money. It's the best bang for your buck, and it's the most useful thing in the game by far. So if you get a premium squad, you're getting double XP for anything you do with that squad, that one squad. But if you use a premium account, you're getting double XP for any squad that you have across all of your factions, full stop, and 2 squad slots. No reason not to have premium. Don't buy any of this if you do not have premium. Okay, moving on. 30% discount on these temporarily available premium squads for gold. So these are squads that are not available for sale typically, but they are available for sale for the next couple days. And some of them are really strong. Like the MG13 with a drum mag, BR3 for Germany. This is one of the best squads in all of Enlisted. We'll probably do a video on this just so you guys can check it out and see it before you buy it. But this thing is absolutely crazy. Again, it's one of the best squads in the entire game. It's always been really strong. There's a reason it's not for sale anymore because it is unbelievably powerful. And I think that the devs probably removed it because it was so strong that they didn't want everyone running around with it. Then we have the Irma EMP36. This gun's kind of meh, I think. It's okay at BR2, but Germany has such strong, like, SMGs at BR2, like the Beretta M1, that it feels hard to justify buying this squad. But it is okay. I believe it's a paratrooper squad, although it's not like actually a paratrooper squad. It's just like the squad is a group of Fallschirmjägers and it has like Fallschirmjäger camouflage, which is kind of neat. But it isn't, or maybe I'm thinking of the Kirali squad. Either way, it's not a paratrooper squad. It's just a standard assaulter squad, and it's really not that good. At BR2, it's fine, but like, I wouldn't recommend picking that up. The Panther squad is just a Panther. Just a Panther. Don't pick it up. Boomerang squad is a plane. I really just can never recommend buying premium planes unless they're like truly weird and unique. It's just not worth it. A13 is a copy-pasted A13. Don't pick it up. Colt Monitor, however, we get back to some good stuff. Colt Monitor is a very strong squad. It's basically very similar to a BAR, but it is better, has better recoil, has better stats. And I'll tell you guys straight up, the soldiers of this squad look really goddamn cool. I think these guys have some of the coolest like outfits and uniforms of any squad in the game. They got like cool bandoliers. I'd put this on like all of my machine gunners if I could. They got like cool bandoliers, like open belts and stuff. They just look really sick to me. I like them a lot. They look cool. So I like that squad. It's a good squad. Can never say no to more BARs, right? Effectively. SKS-31 used to be a really strong squad for the Soviets at BR2. However, since the addition of the Fedorov rifle, I think the value of this squad has dropped significantly. It's not a bad squad. It is an engineer squad, if I remember correctly, and it's okay, but it has a 5-round magazine, and it does hit kind of hard, but not hard enough, I think, to justify itself. So I would probably pass on this gun. M4A276 Sherman for the Soviet Union. This is really fun squad. This is one of my favorite squads. It's always been one of my favorite squads. I talk about this squad all the time because it is one of my favorites. This squad holds a really special place in my heart because I grinded out a lot of the Soviet tech tree back in the day, or the campaign tree, I should say, I guess. With this squad, got a lot of XP with it because it is just so much fun to use. I love it. I love it. I love it. I always have. It's very unique compared to, say, a T-34. It's a very smooth with the stabilizer. The 50 cal along with the 30 cal is just a lot better than the Soviet guns that they get, as well as it being BR4, so it's kind of a step down. Of course, you're still going to get absolutely destroyed by King Tigers, and you're at a losing fight against something like a Panther, but it's still just such a fun vehicle, and you can really do some serious damage with it. So I don't know if I'd say I'd recommend it. I'd recommend it for myself. I don't know if I'd recommend it for others because it is just kind of, it's probably pretty expensive even with the discount. So I don't know. 6th Armor Regiment with the Kachi. I believe this is the amphibious vehicle, the Kachi, if I'm not mistaken. Kachi is not very good. It's got a big squad in it. Like, I think it's like a 7-person squad or something hilarious like that. It's pretty goofy. Japanese tanks in general are just kind of bad, so it's hard to justify buying any of them. And then we've got the Type 99 Sniper. This already exists in game. Why would you buy this? It's a premium squad unless you're just looking for, I don't know, something cheap to grind with. But I don't know. There's better stuff to spend your money on, like premium. Then we've got some collectible squads. So these are squads that are, the devs have kind of openly said, like, hey, these are really bad squads. These are not good squads. They're kind of trash in their own way. But they represent kind of like historical squads and historical things. I don't exactly know what the Owen squad is. It might have been a former premium squad, and then the Owen was added to the game, and so this is just kind of like a collectible if you want to grab it. The 588th Night Bomber is the Night Witches, however. The Night Witches for the Soviet Union. If you guys don't know, the Night Witches in, I believe, Stalingrad, or maybe it was Moscow. I don't remember exactly, but during the early stages of the war, these were an all-female squad of pilots, bomber pilots, who would only do night sorties, and they would turn their engines off and basically glide bomb the German lines to go in like stealthy, right? They'd cut their engines so the Germans couldn't hear them, drop their bombs on their heads so they couldn't really react very well, and then they'd turn their engines back on and fly off, which, I mean, on its own is so badass and is such a cool part of history, I think. And just having that historical element to it is really, really cool. I'll tell you guys, I missed this when it first came to the game a long time ago, so I will be picking this up as part of this sale. So that'll be cool. We'll probably do a video on those guys as well. It's just such a cool piece of history, I think. So either way, though, guys, let me know what pickups you're going to be grabbing, what squads you wanna get. Leave a comment down below. While you're there, again, like and subscribe because it helps me out. Join our community Discord. And without anything else, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you out there on the battlefield. Good luck with the events, and take it easy.